Can you hear
Hey,
me okay?
I can hear you great. I'm excited for another episode of the Copy and Content.ai report.
Look at you saying it right. I think we just needed to shorten the name.
Oh my God, yes. I even had it written down in front of me. I'd screw it up.
The Sales Copywriting and Content Marketing Hacks podcast. Only 200. You got it right on the last episode. 200
It-
episodes in, man. We were tight. Everything was tight. Look at us now, man. We're like Cliff's notes, like Jim and Stu's notes. We're getting it done. So
like it.
Stu,
Yes.
last couple weeks, this week, next week, we're talking about one of the most important topics that anybody can concern themselves with in their business. Do you know what that is?
I'm intrigued.
You're it's like, well, Jim, it could be one of a number of things, and I really don't want to commit to what it could be.
I got about
So
5 of them, but
we
I
know
don't know
that
which one's number one.
everything starts with the avatar, and we're going to be talking about the avatar in the next hour when we do Genie hacking for our elite members. But we all know that it comes down to leads, sales, and relationships. And which one of these is the most important?
The avatar in the center.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you did that. And then
Yes.
after the avatar, what's the most important thing? Because none of the other stuff can happen if you're not
Getting leads.
leads. Exactly. So we're talking about leads. And last couple of weeks, we've been talking about leads, opt-in pages. Stu, got a cool little event coming up.
Ooh, let me see
Next
it.
Tuesday at 1:00. Next Tuesday at 1:00, got a little video for you. Got a little video that I think you're going to enjoy. Are you ready?
Okay.
Here we go. Are you tired of wasting time, energy, and money trying to get more leads? Does creating a lead magnet, opt-in sales copy, and email follow-up sequence make you break out in a cold sweat? Well, I've got something that's going to blow your mind. Introducing the 2-hour lead gen sprint. The ultimate solution for folks just like you who want to create killer lead magnets, captivating opt-in sales copy, and a complete email follow-up sequence in under 2 hours total. Yep, you heard me right. 2 hours. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jim, how's that even possible? Can I really do all that in less time than it takes to watch a movie? Well, let me tell you, my friend, not only is it possible, it's incredibly effective too. The Lead Gen Sprint utilizes the power of our AI Genies, the crazy good digital assistants that will do 90% of the work for you, helping you to craft a lead magnet that makes your audience salivate, write opt-in sales copy that captivates and converts like mad, and whip out an entire email follow-up sequence that keeps your prospects engaged. You see, the Lead Gen Sprint was actually born out of your frustration. We saw so many people struggling for days, weeks, even months, trying to figure it all out. We knew there had to be a better way, a faster way, a real-time solution. So we harnessed the power of our AI Genies, our experience in generating hundreds of thousands of leads, subscribers, and sales ourselves, and we put together a 2-hour solution that will blow your mind. With the 2-hour Lead Gen Sprint, you will get your lead magnet done in real time. You will get your landing page sales copy done in real time, and you will get your entire email follow-up sequence done in real time. With me personally walking you through the entire process, step by step, live. Imagine the time and energy you'll save by having everything done for you in just 2 hours. No more endless brainstorming sessions. No writer's block. No feeling overwhelmed. It's time to reclaim your freedom and focus on what really matters, growing your business with a steady stream of new leads, subscribers, and prospects. So what are you waiting for? Grab your spot in the 2-hour Lead Gen Sprint. Don't miss out on this unbeatable opportunity to transform your lead generation game in just 2 hours. Now, come on, Stu. Are you excited for next Tuesday?
That is excellent.
So that's a little that video. That's the VSL that's going on the sales letter.
That's very
Um,
clever.
and anyway, you notice something that I got the script together, but I actually let one of my team members put that whole thing together. I didn't have to have didn't need to have my face in it and everything. So I'm excited though, man, because we're doing some cool stuff in that sprint. You're going to come in, you're going to leave in 2 hours. You're going to have your lead magnet done. You're going to have all the sales copy for your opt-in page done, and you're going to have a 4-part email follow-up sequence done
I
when you
love it.
leave that sprint. So that's included for all of our existing copyandcontent.ai members, and we're going to be opening it up to the public as well. You can join that as a one-off, and we'll have that up tomorrow. Is the plan to announce that out? So I'm excited, man. I'm talking about just helping people to get the leads, because if you ain't got the leads, you ain't got nothing. So, any
I like
reaction
that.
there, Stu?
No, I love the name Lead Gen Sprint.
Lead gen sprint.
It's like that. This is a no brainer, no
Yeah,
extra time.
yeah. It's
It's not
kind of
going to
like
take me all day.
it's kind of like rest with abs. Just makes perfect sense when you hear it. Not. Hey, I'm going to digress for just 1 second, then we're going to dive into what we want to talk about. Last week, I think it was last week, you mentioned that you had some of your students were going through Hell Week at Buds.
Yes.
How did your guys do?
Very well. We had only one that did not complete it due to a medical issue.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so 6 out of 7.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good.
That's
I'll
good.
take those
We were
odds.
wondering about that. That's
Yes.
awesome. So Ford says that animated vid was awesome. Deanna thought it was cool. What's up, Vicky? What's up, Mary? Don, Vicky, Jeff. All right. So, Stu, what are we talking about today? We had talking points and a title and all that. So, I mean, we are organized. We're so
Yeah.
organized. We're almost going to organize ourselves out of a job.
Yeah, you know what? It's the way it works. But you know what I'd like to see, Jim? I'd like to see
Okay.
the power of persuasion at work. Like, let's see what you can do with an AI Genie to craft a compelling opt-in page copy.
Oh, okay. So you just want to jump right into it. You're not
Jump right
gonna
in.
no
I'm not
no
messing around.
dating or anything first. It's just
Nope.
jump right into it. Let me see what you got, honey. See if we're gonna go any further together. So
Hey, I'm just reading number 1 off of the to-do list.
okay.
You made my job really easy today as the producer. I had a process that I was going to go through with this topic, but you gave me a 1 to 20 list of things to do, and that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, we're not going to hit all 20. I'll just tell you that right now. We're not going to hit all 20 of these things. I think we talked about the importance of leads. I think that's important.
That has been established.
Other thing to understand is, and perhaps I should zoom in because you seem closer to the camera than I do. You just seem more, you seem closer to the audience than I do. But through the power of buttons,
okay, or wheels,
I can make myself look closer to the camera and hence the audience. So here's the key. When we're talking about an opt-in page, any type of opt-in page, and an opt-in is basically the whole purpose of that page is to get somebody to become a lead, to sign up for something. Typically, you're getting their name and their email. All right. And so the structure of a really good opt-in page is as follows. This is the control. This is this is the structure that after doing hundreds of opt-in pages, and an opt-in page could be for a lead magnet, could be for a webinar, could be for, so I don't want to say, you know, thousands of these myself, but I think it is. But if someone ever pushed me to pull out, you know, 1,000 examples, don't know. But the bottom line is, I can tell you, after driving millions of signups for everything from webinars to lead magnets to ebooks to free reports to all that good stuff, you basically have a grabber, a headline, a subheadline, some sort of a graphic that represents the big idea of whatever it is that you're offering. You have 3 to 5 bullets, and you have a button that initiates whatever the thing is. And that button then opens up a little box where they can give you whatever info that they need. And typically the big idea of this headline is just restated as the little headline in the little pop-up box. Okay. Anything else you add to this page, now this is talking about a free opt-in. Okay. Anything else you add to this page is going to talk the people out of signing up. Because what we're after here is an emotional reaction or an emotional trigger. Yeah, I did a big training yesterday, and we're talking about emotional triggers. Trigger has a negative connotation now. Oh, I was triggered. I was triggered. And then they break out into tears and need to like pet a wall covered in fur or something and have somebody hug them.
That may be helpful.
What?
Painting, yeah,
The fur wall.
Fur wall. I would like that.
Yeah. Okay. Just
yeah.
I'm just going to leave that one alone. So, but a trigger means it's something that happens without them really consciously thinking about it. So it's a reaction. It's something you can't help. So think about your dog. Think about Parker. Okay. Is there a spot you can catch Parker on his back that little leg just starts going? Yeah. And he can't, he's like, I can't stop it. I love it. I love it when you do that, Daddy. And I just don't stop, you know, that kind of a thing.
That's the thing.
That's what we want, is a trigger that makes them go, gotta have it. Okay. Absolutely. And what we want to do is avoid anything that will trigger the no. So the grabber lets them know, hey, this is for me. The headline, subheadline is really going to be the trigger. These bullets typically are going to support the big idea in the headline. It's like, this is just okay. Yep. Doom. I'm in. And then when they click the button to download the video, to access the software, to, you know, it should really preferably start with some kind of a verb. So they're envisioning themselves getting the thing, you know, grab the report. At this point, as soon as they hit this button, there's a principle, I'm going to paraphrase, micro commitments, where as soon as they click this button, they're in. And it was by the way, as a topic discussed by a guy named Robert Cialdini in his book, Influence, the Power of Persuasion. Really good book. Have you read it?
Nope. Okay.
It's worth reading. Been around for a long time. But at this point, they hit that. They're like, I want it. Okay. It's like, I want it. They're like the 5-year-old at Christmas. I want it. You know, they start ripping the paper apart and like, I'm getting into this thing. So now, oh, damn, the cardboard box inside has a little bit of tape on it. Let me borrow Dad's pocket knife and I'll cut that open. I can get to the present. So that's what we're doing here. Whereas when someone shows up to this page, if this form is on the page, if the opt-in form that literally says name and email on it is on the page, what are you trying to do, Stu?
I am trying to get them to sign in.
Right. But they don't key in on the trigger to to get the thing, they get triggered by the form. That's why you don't want to have the form on there. Now, there's exceptions to every rule, all that good stuff. But based on what we've just said, and I've summarized a whole bunch of stuff, what is the most important part of this whole page?
The emotional connection.
That is created by?
A trigger.
That is in the?
Sales copy.
And most especially the?
First part of the page.
You're freaking killing me. The headline.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
You even have the notes.
Up top. Do I?
Yes. Okay, what's the title of this episode?
Yes, the hook. I'm sorry. Yes, the hook. You got to hook them.
Exactly. Okay. Phew.
I wasn't wrong.
No, you were.
The very top.
Dude, you were closing in on it like your dog on a squirrel. I mean, he's just going, you almost got him, boy. You almost got him, boy. And the squirrel's like, I'm up here. He can't get me. So, okay. So let me show you something, a tool that can help you to really do this quickly and to do a good job with it. So look at us. It's just like, man, if we get any more organized, people are going to stop showing up. So this is the super squeeze page Genie, Stu. What do you think it does?
Creates an opt-in page?
Creates a squeeze page.
Creates an
opt-in page. Exactly. Creates a squeeze page. Now, just for grins, let's load your avatar. All right. And what you want to do, the mobility avatar?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, well, that's the one I got. So,
all right.
What is something that you could offer people to get them to just hold up their hands and identify themselves as an athlete over 50 who's interested in mobility? Just something, anything. What do you think? Just give me a title of something. Doesn't matter.
Like a mobility video?
Sure. All right. Okay. So Stu Smith's secret mobility or secrets of mobility real time
walkthrough video.
Walkthrough video.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. You see, you know what I want.
Mm-hmm.
What are you offering them? Real-time video coaching, unlock athletic capacity you didn't know you still had in you. Okay, in you. What's the purpose of what you're giving away? The purpose of this is to show you how to regain mobility and athletic ability you thought were lost forever. Ooh, it's good stuff. All right, Stu Smith, background, certified strength and conditioning coach. If this other stuff doesn't work out, I'm just going to come live in your basement and be your PR guy.
I think that would be very helpful.
Just do all your stuff. I eat a lot though. Certified strength and conditioning coach, former Navy SEAL, over 50 athlete. Okay. Main payoffs of the giveaway. So list off a couple, 3, 4 cool things. Maybe you'll take ownership of it now. That the big payoffs of what you're giving away.
A life-changing 30-minute video.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. Wish it existed. Yeah.
Move better without pain.
Okay. I'm going to change this to change your life in 30 minutes.
There you go.
That's a payoff. Move better without pain. What's one more?
Reduce injury.
All right. Reduce injury and recovery time. All right, so now we're going to do this a couple different ways. We've got all kinds of goodies built into this thing now. So general writing style, let's do active, let's do inspirational, let's do concise and second person. Then we're going to choose a famous copywriter. Let's do your boy Gary Halbert. All right. And then discommunication style, again, do you remember what the primary discommunication style is for your people in this particular avatar?
I can't remember. I think it was stable.
Yeah, I think it was stable. It was like IC or IS. Let's do IS.
Yeah.
Okay. We got a whole training inside of oh dude, did I tell you finish the book? We finished the book.
Nice.
I'll show you the cover. Do that before we're done. Okay, so now this thing's going to write your opt-in squeeze page copy 3 different ways. Going to write it in the Genie style. It's also going to write it in a famous copywriter style, and it's also going to write it in disc style. Damn. So you got a whole bunch of different opportunities here to create some copy for your opt-in page. Of course, we have unlimited wishes, so boom. So think about, what did I tell you about how this thing was structured, right? This thing's going to give you the stuff to make this with the right structure. It's not going to give you a million paragraphs, because you don't want a million paragraphs, because a million paragraphs talks people out of stuff. Just want to point that out. So look at this first one. All right. Reclaim your mobility and athletic ability. Get Stu Smith's Secrets of Mobility real-time walkthrough video. Unlock athletic capacity you didn't know you still had in you. Now, obviously, you're not going to have, hey, here are 5 compelling curiosity-inducing bullets. You probably cut that out.
Yes.
Discover how to change your life in just 30 minutes. Learn how to move better without pain. Reduce injury and recovery time. Get personal guidance. Unlock the secrets. Join Stu's. Boom. All right. That's decent copy. Okay. Yeah. So it'll do a polish pass and thank you copy. It'll write your opt-in thing. Now, here's your boy Gary Halbert's style. Discover how to unlock athletic ability you thought you'd lost forever. Unlock your athletic ability and regain mobility with Stu Smith's real-time video coaching. Achieve lasting results with Stu Smith's proven strategies in just 30 minutes. This is good stuff right here. Learn how to move better without pain. Discover secrets to reduce injury. Get the same proven strategies used by Stu Smith himself as a Navy SEAL and over 50 athlete.
That's really good.
Take advantage of Stu's real-time coaching. Unlock athletic capacity you thought you lost forever. So this one might need to be changed a little bit, because it's like you ain't getting instant feedback for, oh, actually though, okay, let's think about this just for just a second. Don't get too comfortable there, Stu. Stu's like thinking about, how am I going to get Jim to send me this? So I want you to think about something. You get a lot of really cool user-generated content that you use on your TikTok.
Yes.
Imagine if this became a conduit for people to send you their 1-minute videos for you to critique. Now go with me here. So somebody's like, you got a whole mobility channel now, and people are like, hey, it hurts here, or I'm having trouble with the, like, show me your stretching or something like that. People send you a stretching video, they send you a thing, they send you them doing their stuff, and you could critique that. So this creates a pipeline, this type of thing. You could easily do that with like the combat swimmer stroke.
Oh, sure.
But my point is that you could promise in this thing, have Stu Smith critique your blank for free in real time.
Oh, I love that.
And it's like you'd have an unlimited supply of user-generated content. And then once they've opted in, it's like, hey, I'll teach you this stuff, and then send me your video, and I'm going to use that to generate traffic and content for my site. But there's a little payoff in there for you. And then that's the perfect pipeline for coaching. It's like, you saw what I did for you in 60 seconds. Imagine if you were a member of the PT club. So mean, that's
Damn,
really cool.
That's good, Jim.
That is good.
Yes.
So, and I hope y'all are like, when we do this, isn't just like, hey, Jim and Stu get together and Jim's overly caffeinated, which I'm not. I'm just like, I am zoned in with the caffeine level right now. I'm feeling good.
Yeah. The beauty about this, Jim, is you can change it with whatever you do.
Yeah.
You know, this is just a
Yeah.
perfect template to like
That's what I'm saying.
replace with dog walker, cat
Whatever
better,
you do,
whatever.
right?
Yes.
Whatever you're doing. What's up, Deanna? I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, girl? I haven't seen you in a while.
I love that. Now, what was the last one, Jim?
Oh, that one costs. That's like, no, I'm just playing. I can't charge you. Okay. So here we go. Now this is going after the, what we say, the SIS,
yes, the disc.
whatever. Okay. Okay. So discover the secrets of mobility, unlock athletic capacity you didn't know you had, presented by Stu Smith, certified strength conditioning coach, former Navy SEAL. I'm not digging those headlines all that much, but do you feel like you're no longer able to move and perform like you used to? Are you tired of being hindered by injuries and pains? Well, you don't have to live like that anymore. Join Stu Smith, unlock the secrets of mobility and regain athletic ability you thought were lost forever. This real-time video coaching, learn how to transform your life, move better without pain, reduce injury and recovery, reclaim your athletic capacity, take the first step. This is actually leading. This is feeling more like the email to promote the thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I would agree. I kind of like it. I like the question at the very top.
Right. But see, what we can do is we can whack the optional polish pass button. Unlock the secrets of mobility and regain athletic ability you thought was lost forever. Presented by Stu Smith. I would just say presented by a certified strength and conditioning coach and former Navy SEAL. So this is more like a headline, sub-headline is the way I do this. Don't let injuries and pain slow you down anymore. That's first bullet. Second one, join Stu Smith, discover how to transform your life in just 30 minutes. That's second bullet. Third bullet, move better without pain, reduce injury and recovery time. And then fourth bullet, reclaim your athletic capacity. And I would do this, grab your access to this real-time video coaching and unlock the secrets of mobility. And then I would try like a little, this is just making me think of like an old print ad. Remember those starbursts that would be on an ad, like, bonus. Yeah. There'd be a starburst somewhere. I would let Nancy design the thing. Yeah. Okay. Hang on. There you go. Yeah. The starburst thing. You like that? Exactly. Yeah. But I do like the little starburst that says, win a chance to have Stu Smith critique your blank in real time. And the way they win a chance is to just send you the dang video. Because it's like, if you send me a 1 minute video, I can do a critique in guess how long?
1 minute.
1 minute. So if I get 20 or 30 of these things in a half hour, I can create a month's worth of TikTok content. So send it on, kids.
Yeah.
And sign this disclaimer. Ask your parents. Must be 18. But that's good stuff. And dude, that's just the tip of the iceberg of what we're going to be doing on the 2-hour lead gen sprint, because I've got some other cool things in the pipeline, some tweaks on this that I'm going to be doing to really just make this so that you're popping that puppy out like rabbit babies under the back fence. It's gonna be some good stuff. So, got any other talking points? We jumped right into it, man. We did the video thing, we did the demo thing. It's like, what else you want to talk about? What else we need to? Anybody got any questions or anything about?
I do, Jim.
Opt-ins and stuff.
How does this work? Like, what do we do? How does this work? Because in here, I'm just reading one of the to-dos that you gave.
Dude, I didn't proof this.
Discuss how the AI Genie utilizes advanced algorithms and machine learning techniques to analyze data and generate compelling copy.
Yes, I can
I think,
summarize that in
I think
2 words.
that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 words.
Okay.
Avatar, secret sauce. Okay, here's the thing. Remember, we talked about we talked at the beginning. What's at the heart of all this stuff we're doing is the avatar.
Yes.
Is your ideal customer avatar, taking the time to understand who your target is. What makes them tick? What are their immediate desires? What are their immediate problems? Which, by the way, those are the best things to target with your opt-ins. Not some long-term thing of like, how to live an extra 24 years. I saw a thing. No, I saw this
Yeah.
article
Pain
about,
points. Yeah.
right. It's like how to make this stop hurting today. Okay. Or how to get this thing, this part of the big puzzle right now. 5 ways to get this thing right now. So I use an example of, selling somebody wants to sell their house themselves. Okay, well, that's this big thing that they're like, that's like work. But if you lead with something like how to price your home for maximum profit in today's market in 5 minutes, and no, you don't have to talk to a realtor and it's not Zillow.
Mm.
Well, crap, I gotta know now because I want to know what the max profit price in this market is. And I don't want to talk to a realtor and, oh, it's crap, it's not Zillow. So I don't know what it is. So now I gotta sign up. Now, someone who signs up for that, what do we know about them? We know they probably, the majority of the time, is they're thinking about selling their house. Or they're thinking about refinancing their house. Okay, so a couple tracks. And then if somebody is thinking about selling their house, they got 2 choices: sell with a realtor or try and sell by themselves. So just by communicating with them and trying to get other little actions out of them, maybe signing up for something, watching a video, doing this kind of thing, we can start seeing more about them and be able to target them pretty fast. But it all starts with this immediate knee-jerk trigger of, hey, I want to know what my house is worth, and I don't want to talk to an agent, and crap, it's not Zillow, and I can do it in 5 minutes? All right, yeah, I'm in. Why not? I might even give you my real email address, not my fake one that I use for all these things I sign up for that I never look at.
Yes.
So how does it work? Takes your avatar, combines it with our proprietary wizards that we have been using now for 15 years. And then we took our own AI, plugged it in. We took OpenAI's AI, plugged it in. We got other tools that we plug in, and then it creates this amazing thing that's so magical, we had to call them, look, Stu, genies. That's
I
right.
love it.
So there you go. That's the answer to that. I need to inspect these questions more before I give them to you. I need to actually take some
That
ownership
was
of
a good
my
question. I
own
mean,
content.
I think it's really good when you demonstrate what this thing does, and then just like, how's this thing work? What is it? What's behind it? And it
I'm
can be secret sauce. It can be proprietary information, but
yeah,
that's what they're getting.
I do want to share something with you, and I've thought about this a lot. And I'm going to share something with you and this may end up just being something that we pull out. Maybe this needs to be a standalone video. But why are we doing it the way we're doing it as opposed to what everybody else is doing? If you look out there, I mean, there's all kinds of different stuff with AI now. And I said this a year ago. I said, man, especially when they opened up ChatGPT and all this other stuff, I said, man, everybody and their brother is going to be an expert in AI. You remember, I said this, all right?
Yeah.
Everybody and their brother's going to be an expert in AI. Get my 50 best Chat GPT prompts, and then it's like 100. Oh, you got 100? I got 500 that I scraped off the web. I got 1,000 I scraped. The biggest one I've seen lately, a dude selling 2,000 chat GPT prompts. It's useless. Okay.
Yeah.
People don't want to learn how to use AI. What people want to learn how to get a result. So why are we in a unique position now? Why? Because I've spent the last 15 years figuring out these wizards, figuring out how to get the information out of people's heads and put it into a template, a blueprint, a framework, plus or minus all the above, to give a useful result for people with a very specific objective. I got to write an email. I got to write a sales order. I got to write an ad. I got to create a curriculum for a course. I got to create a presentation. I got to create a webinar. I got to create, all these different things. I mean, in like funnel scripts, there's 80 different scripts inside of copyandcontent.ai. I don't even know how much we got in there now. 80, 100 things more. I don't know. And it's like I've been getting ready for this moment for the last decade and a half, because as soon as because all I had to do was substitute the user's brain for the AI. All the stuff we've been doing about how to, get these different things out and do the, I'm getting tongue tied, but getting it out of their head, creating the frameworks, knowing if the output was any good or not. That's the other thing. You can go use ChatGPT all you want. Do you know if it's any good, what it's giving you? Do you know if it's going to work? Do you know if the structure's right? No, you don't. So you're just piling on a bunch of more crap that you don't know if it's any good or not. But I know if it's good. I know how it should be structured. I know how to make it work. And I've been helping people do it with tools that weren't as good or as quick. So now just taking that thing and plugging it in, it's like, man, we're off to the races. And now with what we've got with our infrastructure, it's a bunch of changes that we made. We can handle thousands of users. We can also handle on the back end, we've made some changes with our shopping cart and with what we're doing to manage the system and everything else. That's all coming to fruition, man. I mean, we're ready. I mean, we're ready. And
this is reminding me of, Jim? Sorry, go ahead and finish your.
No, I'm good. That was it. The rest is just, I'm just talking out my butt.
You're ready. We're ready.
Yeah.
All right.
We're ready.
This is reminding me of? This is reminding me of, remember back in the late 90s when people just were like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to buy something on the internet and give some stranger my credit card number.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Very much so.
People aren't scared of that anymore.
Right.
Right. It's like they have their credit card number memorized, their computer memorizes it. They're just throwing it out there wherever. Right. It's the same thing. I have noticed it just in the last 6 months that AI went from Terminator movies to like everybody's working it now.
Yeah.
Or not, I say everybody. I say it's becoming more mainstream.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But but as it becomes more mainstream, it's the difference between some chucklehead who bought personal training for dummies, goes down to Snap Fitness and says, hey, I'll train you for $15 an hour, and they got fat and just gross, but they're like, hey, I'm gonna train you, versus going to somebody like Stu. It's very specialized. It's watered down to a large degree now. And like ChatGPT, I read something that they had a 10% drop in the people that are subscribing to it, just 10% left. Well, I could have told you that was going to happen. Oh, ChatGPT, let me sign up. Oh, I still have to like figure stuff out. I have to do something. I have to do some thinking. Oh, well, I know this is no good. Let me go on to, Zuckerberg's thing. I mean, it's just human nature. You also we went through that whole thing of people just saying that AI was going to kill everybody and take everybody's job. Now everybody's like, yeah, this is going to get rid of some jobs, but it's going to create some other opportunities and stuff. So it's kind of gone through that hump thing. And now it's all about getting result. It's all about just, how can you use it to get a result? And that's what we do. That's all I care about. That's all I think about. I dream about this stuff. I'm so obsessed with it. This is all I want to do, because it's figuring out how to help you use these tools to get the result that you need. And it goes way beyond just, hey, here's the latest prompt you can use inside of ChatGPT. Because you can do a lot of navel gazing with that stuff.
Yeah.
You can do a whole lot of mental masturbation with ChatGPT. And that's just dumb. Here's the other thing too. ChatGPT and AI will not make you an expert in something you're not. It can let you fake it a little bit, but the problem is if you don't understand a topic well enough, if you're not well versed in it, and ChatGPT something throws a wrench into it, gives you false stuff or something that's not quite true, you can end up looking like an idiot. So it's not a cheat. What we've always said is that in the end, all AI is for is to help you get to the first draft. It's all about helping you get that first draft done as soon as possible, so that instead of spending 90% of your time creating the first draft, now you can spend 10% of your time creating the first draft and 90% of your time on the stuff that matters, which is polishing, adding value, and promoting and distributing the content. See, before you spent 90% of your time creating the first draft, and then none of this ever happened. But now you can get the first draft super fast with the genies and spend 90% of your time polishing it, making it more valuable, promoting it, distributing it, and actually doing the stuff that makes you money. That's the whole key. Because all the naysayers and all the people who attack this stuff, it's just another tool. It's a way to get to the first draft, whether it's the first draft of a lead magnet, the first draft of an opt-in page, the first draft of an ad, the first draft of an email, the first draft of an ebook. You still have to then take it and make it good. Just like you would if you went to Fiverr and hired somebody to write an ad, to write an email, to write an ebook, to write a report, to write an opt-in page. They're going to hand you something. Is it any good? Well, they're telling you it is. But as soon as they hand it to you, they're done. Same thing with ChatGPT. It's like, oh, you asked for this. Here you go. It doesn't know. It doesn't care. Anyway, now I'm just going off, getting all excited.
No, I love it. I love it. I mean, I think part of the benefits you get out of listening to the copy and content.ai report is Jim making AI less scary for all of us and using it as a very effective tool.
Yeah. That's all it is. It's a tool. As soon as you start ascribing human traits to it, that's just goofy. It's just dumb. Now, you also have to be educated. You have to know what's going on. One of the things I said would happen, has already started happening, is that ChatGPT or any large language model munches through a bunch of data. What happens when it starts munching through its own poop? In other words, it starts munching stuff that it made. Does it reinforce bad behavior? Sure. Does it reinforce bad ideas? Sure. Is there
Does it
anything we can do
reinforce
about it?
fake studies and fake
Right.
court cases? Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
you got to know whether something's real or not. You still got to know how to go do the research. But is the research you're doing? I mean, most people will go to Wikipedia. Is Wiki now? We're really going off the rails. I don't care. It's getting towards the end. Wikipedia is not an encyclopedia.
No.
Wikipedia is a group think opinion on stuff. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Okay. If this pisses somebody off, you need to go anyway. All right, you're done. Get you a printed encyclopedia off of eBay or something. Get the most recent version you can in physical print, because facts change, especially online. If there are any other books that are important to you, like the Bible, get you a printed Bible, because they are changing it. It's true.
Yeah.
Anything that history books, English books, a dictionary, all of these things you need to have a print version of, because people change these things. All right. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave it at that. But that's something to think about. These things change, and some things don't change. Just saying. All right.
Yeah.
You don't want to be at the mercy of these tools. You need to be able to use the tools and utilize the tools, but you can't be ignorant and use these tools. So anyway, that's what I got. I had no idea we were going to talk about that, but I would tell, hey, we start out with, hey, let's do opt-in pages, and somehow end up at get you a printed version of the Bible and encyclopedia. But it's true. And here's the thing. Oh, I got it on my Kindle. They can change. They'll reach out to your Kindle and change your book. They've done it.
Yep.
So that's not good, because what is truth? Truth is whatever we put out there and people believe. So make sure you're actually putting out truth and not just BS that you snarked out of the AI thing because you were too busy to do something. So there you go.
I love it.
All right. So final thought. Those of you who are already members of copyandcontent.ai, make sure you mark your calendar for next week, 2:00. We're doing the lead gen sprint. Those of you who aren't members will be sending out information on how you can join up for the week. That is the only training we're doing next week, because next week's also Genie week for Jim, where I go into my lab and I make cool stuff and do things. One of the things that we're going to be getting done next week, Stu, you asked for it. Well, you did. Well, maybe you did, but you asked for it, kids. We're finally going to have a search engine feature that will help you to be able to search and find specific genies and wizards. Got it figured out. So and it will actually give good results, as opposed to just giving you what WordPress does. So I'm excited about that.
Oh, that's
lots
cool.
of good things.
Real quick, before we do the sign off on this one more time, Tuesday afternoon,
2:00 Eastern
time.
Yep.
2:00 Eastern time.
Yes.
Got it.
The only time zone that really matters, because that's what we're all in. Stu and Susan and I are all in Eastern. That's like only time zone I can understand. But we're 2:00 Tuesday, and that's going to be the only live training next week. So if you're going to be jonesing for that, you need to be there, because it'll be awesome. Make sure you got your avatar done. Make sure you got an avatar junior. And there you go. So, all right, everybody. Appreciate you. Glad you were here. And Stu, as always, I appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
all of you who are elite members of copyandcontent.ai, in 9.5 minutes, we will be jumping on to Genie Hacking, our Genie Hacking Live. And we got some really cool stuff we're going to be sharing with you about that. Couple things I've been playing with we're just gonna have some fun. So appreciate y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.